Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.
Batgirl, 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 Batgirl.
We saw last time that this episode is going to revolve around Minerva and her mineral spa. Bruce Wayne is there right now getting a massage.
The millionaire who does nothing but count his money, Mr. Wayne, you stay in pretty fair condition.
What makes him so sure Bruce can count?
Oh, I try to keep pretty active with falconry and spelunking.
Neither of which we've ever seen him do. Unless falconry is code for raising a kid who goes by Robin, and spelunking is code for the Batcave. Or maybe our writers just pulled a couple of activities out of their hats. Just go with it. Adonis there offers Bruce the special eggplant jelly vitamin scalp massage, but Bruce has to pass. He can't spare the time this trip.
But for another millionaire, not so pressed for time, the renowned scalp massage of Minerva, one of Gotham City's most beautiful and glamorous women, is about to produce some amazing results.
The Gabor sisters were a little before my time. The only thing I knew for sure about them was my dad couldn't stand any of them. Later I learned that Zha Zha was the elegant, glamorous one, Ava was the ditzy one, and Magda was the other one. I didn't get to see any of them do much of anything until Ava landed the role of Lisa Douglas on Green Acres. My dad tried to talk the show down because of her presence, but my mom and I both liked it, so he was outvoted. And within 2 weeks, he was watching it faithfully too. He just bit his tongue anytime Lisa was on screen. It was really amusing for a 12-year-old to watch that.
Tell me, darling, how did you collect that divine fortune of yours?
By never taking a beautiful woman at face value, Minerva.
If his voice sounds familiar, it should. You hear it multiple times every week during these episodes. That's William Dozier, our executive producer and narrator.
Tell me some more, darling. Tell me, where do you keep that fortune? $2 million worth of negotiable securities in grandfather's clock. Of course. Well, of course.
She says that a lot. Her deepest secret extractor there tells her a guy has a $3 million check rolled up and stuck behind his ear. She says, well, of course. In the next chair is Howie Horowitz, the show's producer. He has a bunch of goodies hidden in his TV. But of course. So far, I have to say, we've seen lots of guest villains do a lot better job of overacting than she's doing. Bruce is done with his treatment and is collecting his valuables from the locker where she stored them.
I hope you enjoyed your treatment.
Minerva, after every visit to your spa, I always feel like a new man.
I feel like a new man too, Bruce.
Either she's hitting on him or there's something she hasn't told us. Bruce can't figure out which either, and he won't get a chance.
Bruce! Bruce Wayne! Hello, Sam. Thank you, Bruce. My wife was absolutely thrilled to get that invitation to the private Wayne Foundation showing of the greatest diamonds in the world next week.
It should be a very interesting affair. Most of the major stones are here already.
Under lock and key, I hope.
Oh, yes, they're quite safe in the Wayne Foundation vault.
Ah. Oh, Minerva, has my wife shown up to pick me up yet?
I'll check with Aphrodite.
Bruce was sure he had his watch when he came in, but he doesn't suspect Minerva of anything, so maybe he was mistaken.
Frankly, I'm stumped. And only Mr. Dozier knew those securities were in that grandfather's clock?
If you manage to recover any of the loot, use some of it and hire someone to teach O'Hara how to use that cane before he skewers himself on it. He hurt himself playing ping pong. I don't want to know any more detail than that.
And Mr. Horwitz's cash out of his TV set.
But someone else stole them, Commissioner.
That's right, and Mrs. Schubert's pearls out of her tea urn and Mr. Converse's buns out of a sleeping bag.
Well, if you ask me, the millionaires in this city certainly choose strange hiding places for their valuables.
No, Barbara, these people are rich, so it's not strange, it's eccentric. Time to call Batman.
You found my watch, Minerva?
Yes, Bruce. It must have fallen out of the box when I unlocked it.
I'll send someone down for it.
Why don't you come for it yourself? A special little treat for you.
A treat, Minerva? I'll be there shortly.
What about Batman?
We'll be there as quickly as possible, Commissioner, but first I have one errand to run.
He'll be right there fighting crime after he gets a massage.
It's the victims that make this case intriguing and unique. They're all immensely wealthy. And they're all frequenters of Minerva's mineral spa.
And that's the only place in the whole city that they all frequent, right? That was kind of a flying leap even for Batman logic. Besides, he can't do Batman logic. He doesn't have his cowl on. That's where the logic lives.
Gosh, Bruce, would Minerva stoop to something like that?
It's hard to believe, Dick. She's so beautiful.
And we all know only ugly women can be criminals. Witness Catwoman, right? Absolutely hideous in all three incarnations. Dr. Cassandra should be in a freak show for things that barely look human. No, if she gots the looks, she can't be a crooks. He sends Dick to take the Batmobile and park it behind Minerva's with an extra bat suit. They'll compare notes when he's done.
The combination to the Wayne Foundation vault.
That isn't even close to his deepest secret. Her machine needs an upgrade.
Right 7 times to 8. Left 4 times past 6 to 11. Right twice to 9.
She should set it up like the Bat computer so it spits out cards. That way she doesn't have to remember all that.
I'll meet you in the alley in a moment. I don't know what's up in here, but I suspect Batman and Robin should investigate further.
Yes. False hurt is good enough for a scalp massage.
Tell Commissioner Gordon that we might be detained.
Do it right there in front of her so she can see what you're doing, Bruce. She won't suspect a thing. All her clients talk to their jewelry. Eccentric, remember?
We'd like the full treatment, please.
Well, of course. Register for both. Yourself and your son.
Although I'd be proud if you were. This is not my son. This is Robin the Boy Wonder. I'm Batman.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't recognize your face.
Speaking of eccentric, we also have people who dress up like bats.
I had the strange feeling that millionaire Bruce Wayne was issuing instructions through his watch.
Huh?
And Batman is a close friend of his. Be sure that those dynamic darlings get our full treatment, including some extra pressurizing in my perfume pressurizer.
Persimmon pressurizer, Minerva.
Call it whatever you want, but do it.
Maybe all her clients don't talk to their jewelry.
Yes, I'm looking forward to Minerva's famous eggplant jelly vitamin scalp massage.
It's up to you guys to figure out how to massage my scalp when it's under my cowl. I'll pay extra.
The experience may be palatable, Batman, but I don't like the looks of this thing.
Me neither, Robin.
It looks like the gravity ride at the county fair.
It's not how the pressurizer looks that counts, Batman.
It's how you're going to look when you're in it.
And when it's finished with you.
There are 5 henchmen there. The 3 with names are Atlas, Adonis, and Apollo. So I'm going to name the other 2 Achilles and Arnold. While they're throwing the dynamic duo into the giant blender, Minerva is removing all the diamonds from the Wayne Foundation vault and changing the combination.
Minerva, they're gone.
They are not gone, they are just not here.
Isn't that the same thing?
Oh yeah, she also has a little bit of fluff named Aphrodite. You just saw her entire contribution. And in reality, Batman and Robin have just arrived back at the Batcave.
I must say, son, I'm delighted to see you both.
We're delighted to be here, and wouldn't be if Batman hadn't the foresight to pop 2 steam-neutralizing bat pellets into his utility belt.
Not only did the bat pellets neutralize the steam, they opened the door.
And soon we'll be finding out how Minerva fits into the picture, Alfred. And how you may be fitting into the picture.
Me?
Why is Alfred acting so surprised? Just a couple of episodes ago, he said he thoroughly enjoys these undercover assignments. Today, he's acting like they told him to steal the president's underwear. Batman brings Minerva into Gordon's office and confronts her, but she has excuses for everything. And she has Gordon drooling.
In an hour's time, I have an appointment with my dear old friend, Lord Easy Street, for a vitamin scalp massage.
Lord Easy Street is the richest man in the world and her last big score before she and her gang skip town.
Ah, Barbara, Minerva, my daughter.
Hello. Goodbye.
Wow, the fabulous Minerva.
Who knows just how fabulous?
Barbara isn't impressed. I don't blame her. Batman and Robin explain about the attempt on their lives.
Was Minerva involved?
It's hard to say at this point.
It happened in her spa. Her henchman did it. Doing the pressure cooker was her idea. Yeah, not a lot to go on. As it happens, millionaire Bruce Wayne's butler Alfred looks almost exactly like Lord Easy Street, so if Lord Easy Street were to be detained from his appointment, we could pull a switch.
Lord Easy Street was in the library only this morning looking for a rare volume on the Vesper Sparrow. He's a multi-millionaire birdwatcher among his other multis. I could call him and tell him I found the book, which indeed I did at one of the branch libraries. That should distract him from any other plans he might have this afternoon.
That takes care of that. I assume he already told Alfred the plan.
What a charming and beautiful Lady Minerva is. We should all be ashamed of our suspicions.
She touched my cheek, you know. I think she likes me.
Commissioner Gordon. What? 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 Well, of course. We'll get on it at once.
When Barbara hears that the ringer is Alfred, she knows Batgirl will be there to have his back.
Hello, Minerva. My dear, surely you recognize me. I'm not Easy Street.
Ah, of course, easy. It's only that you're a little bit thinner and a little tiny bit older.
Well, the years have a way of catching up with us multi-millionaires, Minerva, just as with the common people.
I wonder how much Alfred enjoyed using an expression like common people.
They're gone. Every diamond in that vault is gone.
Batman, how could you have opened a vault to which you didn't even know the combination in 3 seconds flat?
With my 3 seconds flat Bat Vault combination unscrambler, Commissioner.
He had to build that because he kept forgetting his own combination.
Well, Batman, back to the Batcave?
No, Robin. To Minerva's mineral spa. I strongly suspect that she extracted the combination of this vault from Bruce Wayne's brain via her eggplant jelly vitamin scalp massage.
How did he narrow it down to that specific treatment? Well, everybody knows eggplants give you telepathic powers, so it only makes sense. Duh. Batgirl already reached that conclusion, and they all realize it means Alfred could divulge their secrets, as in everybody, since he's the only person who knows all their identities. So one more time, the Batmobile and the Batgirl cycle are speeding toward a rendezvous with the bad guys.
It should be clear to almost anyone that I am not multimillionaire Lord Easy Street. But actually I am. But actually I am. But actually I am.
Alfred is resisting the machine where Bruce Wayne's super disciplined mind didn't. Then again, Alfred had a fair idea it was coming and Bruce didn't.
But actually I am. Go on, darling. Don't stall now. Don't stall. Batgirl, stop it. Stop it. Stop it, Batgirl.
Why did she slam it down on his head before she pushed it off him? He's going to have a couple of nice bruises in the morning. One more time, Batgirl does what she does best. It didn't work with Batman and Robin. Maybe it'll work with these two. Minerva comes in to find out.
Higher, boys. Put it on higher. Freddy the Fence has flown.
Freddy the Fence is the guy who's supposed to move the merchandise for her. She makes him sound a lot more interesting than he is.
Extra steam neutralizing bat pellets, Batman.
It's fight time. Last episode, Commissioner Gordon said a bat fight doesn't usually last more than about 40 seconds. This one is a full minute and a half. It's our last one, and we definitely got our money's worth. Time to let Batgirl out and let her join the fight. To say nothing of Alfred. And by playing around with those few cut-ins, I did it. I managed to show you the whole thing.
I must say, Batgirl, it was rather fortunate that this thing short-circuited before I divulged our little secret.
I don't think it short-circuited on its own. I think Alfred's resistance overloaded it and blew out the zing-twanger. He's dismantled the machine, so all that's left is to deal with Minerva herself.
So, darlings, you caught Freddy the Fence just before he flew.
At the airport, Minerva.
Just as he started to sing.
I told you, Minerva, it is not easy to fence famous diamonds.
Oh, and him. That's Freddy. Full name, Fast French Freddy the Fence. I find it full of flim-flam, frankly.
How divine. I'm going to make Gotham State Prison the world's most elegant spa.
They were married 6 months later, but Minerva never got used to calling herself Mrs. Commissioner.
What happened to Batgirl?
Who knows, Robin? Whoever knows.
I can't describe how bittersweet this is. We made it to the end. We finished the series. Now what? This show has been a big part of my life for over 3 years. I posted the first episode in March of 2016. And not only has it been the most fun I've had in ages, it changed the course of my channel. I was doing series game reviews and not doing very well. I was making a little trickle of money off the ads, maybe $100 a year. Meanwhile, I've been a fan of Alison Pregler, better known as Obscurus Lupa, for ages. My favorite show of hers is Baywatching. She's going through every episode of Baywatch and its spin-offs and making fun of them. One day, I envisioned doing that with the old Batman show. I bought the DVDs and started in. Compared to the game videos, Adamania went nuts. This was something people wanted to watch. I added Wonder Woman, Mr. Terrific, and Captain Nice, and suddenly I had lots more views and subscribers. I could post an Adamania and get 200 views in a day. I could post a game review video and get 25 views in a month. I had to decide where to invest my time. It wasn't a hard decision. That's just one example of the reach and influence this absurd, campy, goofy little show had and continues to have. People who have only ever seen it in reruns or on YouTube go around saying, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll all look at a situation and say, holy, something related to the situation, Batman. Many don't even know where it comes from. If you encounter someone like that, point them to this show. Let's get them some education. So that's it for Adamania. There's lots more great stuff coming, including a thing that so far I'm calling TV fails. These are older shows, which is to say from my generation, that only got 1 season or less. I'm not restricting it to superhero shows, most anything goes. One of the first ones we'll be looking at is It's About Time. This was a show about a pair of astronauts who went back in time to cave dweller days. Just like we do with these other shows, we'll be looking at what worked, what didn't, ask why the show didn't do better, and make lots of dumb jokes along the way. So don't go away just because we've wrapped up Adamania. Even better things are still to come. I'm Irving, and I'll be an Adamaniac for life.